Hey y'all, and we're back. We're back with another reaction. How are y'all doing today? People, we are getting closer and closer to something. We are, Miss Nancy. You just hold tight, Miss Nancy. Y'all know earlier we found out that there was DNA in the house. Now, the DNA allegedly wasn't that far from the house. Okay? Not it lead to someone minutes from Miss Guthrie, Nancy house. Yes. Yes. Now, we've been close. Y'all been doing good. Now, I'm going to say we. Because we've been putting these, our mind together and our thinking together. And we coming along well in this case. Now, gloves been found. There was evidence that there were gloves on the inside of the house. Now, when they put that white tent up, they was doing a lot of work in there, y'all. Now, you have to put it all together now. Remember, we spoke on the third note that TMZ received from that same person. The same person sent TMZ that note. We have a masked person. We don't know what that person. We don't know what that person is. We really don't. We said that from the beginning. We didn't know was it a male or female, or was it male or female. We don't know. But the guy do have a mustache under the mask. He have a huge head, something making his head look. I think to draw our attention like that, he has a weapon. He has some Walmart clothes, something that we have researched. We was on the good. We doing good. We spoke even on the timeline that the sheriff mentioned, and we noticed something about the timing with the sheriff from the very beginning. Two disturbed situation that really amazed me the time that someone disconnected the doorbell, the door ring. It was at 147. Dude with the Walmart clothes, masked man, we're gonna call him the masked man, he walked up on the porch around about 2:11. Now, which is telling me is that that's the time he walked up there, or that's just part of the video that he put out there so we can have this discussion. Okay? Y'all, we on it. Miss Nancy, I have hope for you regardless of what. I'm not going to sit here and say nothing. I don't want to say it. I'm going to let them say it, but I have hope. That's, we spoke on Miss Nancy health. They're really not life-threatening because once we take our blood pressure medicine, it's in our system for a period of time, but she just can't go no years without it like that. But she really do need her medicine, y'all. We found out that the heart monitor, just to monitor the heart, okay? So what we're gonna do is get into the story, okay?
Breaking news here at 10, SWAT vehicles, forensics trucks, and dozens of deputies, law enforcement swarming a home in Tucson tonight. Could this be the break we've all been waiting for since Nancy Guthrie was abducted 13 days ago?
That's right. Hunter Sowers is here. And Hunter, it's been a very busy night of breaking developments in this case.
I think everybody is asking that question. Is this the break that we have been waiting for? There has been rapidly evolving situations right now. The Pima County Sheriff saying they are actively working a lead, and SWAT is on the scene. We want to get right to that video showing you just how much law enforcement activity has been there tonight. This is just 2 miles from Nancy's home, so technically still within her neighborhood. Now, I've been monitoring the feed here for the last hour or so, and we've seen a wide range of personnel. Of course, we saw SWAT, we saw forensics, as you're seeing, enter the barricades there. Obviously, the Sheriff's Department is on scene, along with the FBI. Now, the Pima County Sheriff in the last hour said they are, quote, actively working a lead and could not say anything else about the situation. CBS Tucson reporter Sean Mahoney is on the scene. We monitored his latest report there from the scene. Take a listen.
The big thing here, guys, is that this scene is just under 2 miles away from Nancy Guthrie's residence. It seems that the scene is about a quarter mile down the road of North Camino del Michael. We can't get a good vantage point of exactly what is happening, but we, as the Pima County Sheriff's Department does have the road blocked off. But as you can see here, with even Oro Valley Police showing up, there is more law enforcement presence as we speak, and this is developing by the second. I mean, just 10 minutes ago, like you mentioned, we got confirmation that this was connected to the Nancy Guthrie investigation. There's just still a lot of questions about what is happening, but it is a very active scene that is developing by the minute. We'll be sure to bring you the updates as they come in.
Again, Sean Mahoney there with our CBS affiliate. Now, the biggest developments from earlier in the day is the discovery of DNA at Guthrie's home, but who it belongs to, no one knows tonight. Bring her home. It's the message echoing across the nation.
Bring Miss Nancy home.
Continue to comb through.
Bring Miss Nancy home. Bring her home. And then I want to do the person that the DNA that they found in Miss Nancy home. It's 3 people has been detained. Who are these people?
Thousands of tips.
We have DNA. So, trust me, if we knew who it was, we'd be on it.
The Pima County Sheriff weighing in on forensic evidence now at the center of the investigation, saying they have DNA, but tests reveal it does not match anyone close to the Guthries.
Now, they trying to say it's that DNA doesn't match anyone close to the Guthries. It doesn't. What does that mean? And who know Miss, well, I wonder, is the people who been detained, do they know anything about Miss Savannah, Miss Nancy? Do they know who Savannah was? How old was Savannah when her mom was living there? I know she was working at the station, but how old was she? Why they choose Miss Nancy?
And they don't know who it belongs to.
Why hasn't the FBI taken over the Nancy Guthrie case as the lead investigator?
The president asked to weigh in on rumors of a rift between the FBI and local law enforcement.
They didn't want to let go of it, which is fine. It's up to them. It's really
So, since they don't know what they doing, do the president know what they doing? What he's saying? I want listen what you said. You said they don't know what the F they are doing. So do the president know what the F he saying? I'm just saying, put what y'all say in content. If they don't know what they doing, then what do Trump know? Do y'all think Trump know what he's saying? Cause they doing he's part of the FBI. Gibson. Jazz, you be nice. Oh, y'all, I meant to tell y'all happy Valentine's Day. You know, a lot of people gonna be like me. You can treat yourself, you know, for Valentine, okay? Just in case ain't nobody told you.
up to the community.
Pima County County Sheriff denying reports they were withholding evidence by using a lab in Florida and not an FBI lab.
We are going to
Can't say no.
this case as a team with our partners. There is no egos. Nobody's the lead. It is find Nancy.
See, now I'm gonna go back to him right quick. Now, what do you mean? Y'all did say y'all was using different. It was out there that you all was using two different lab. You was sending your lab to your evidence to Florida. Y'all put stuff out there. Okay, if how did we receive that? How did I find that research? You said Trump doesn't know. Trump doesn't know. Y'all say, y'all don't start there. Don't start making me laugh. Trump doesn't know what. No, I'm not gonna do it. Y'all ain't gonna make me laugh. No. Yeah, we're not trying. Okay, we got somebody say he knows. Trump, I really do think Trump knows something, y'all. I do.
It is find Nancy.
Authorities in the Tucson area asking residents who live within 2 miles of the Guthrie's home to share video that seems out of the ordinary. One retired FBI agent questions why they waited so long to make that request.
Should have been done a long time ago. Look, I know it seems like I'm armchair quarterbacking, but that is just 101.
It's okay. You'll be all right. 'Cause you know what? Don't worry about my English, because we have a lot of people not from the United States. I can't half understand what they saying, but I just be acting like I know what they saying. So don't worry about my English. Focus on the content.
This week saying the suspect is male, 5'9" to 5'10", with an average build. The jacket has been identified as an Aero Hex windbreaker, sold in stores in Tucson. The ski mask and gloves on the video can be purchased at the Walmart in Tucson, along with the Ozark Trail Hiker backpack, sold exclusively at Walmart. The sheriff remaining optimistic.
Yes, I believe she.
Well, we said I know that's right. So, man, they always talking about me. But I don't understand why they come over here with me and then talk about me. But my team over here, the real deal team, we knew that he got his clothes from Walmart. We know that.
And I believe that we are working as hard as we can to do that as fast as we can.
So we were hoping for a press briefing, but the sheriff late tonight saying that actually wouldn't be happening, that they would be issuing a statement. I can say I've been right by my phone waiting for that update. We, of course, get the notification.
Let's see what everybody else has, y'all. Let's see what kind of news everybody has. Okay. Let's go here. Clothes. Be selling clothes. Yeah, Walmart be selling nice clothes. And special, and to me, they not even cheap.
New developments in the search for Nancy Guthrie. At this hour, there is a search underway at a home not far from the Guthrie house, where she was last seen nearly 2 weeks ago. It is unclear who that home belongs to and what investigators are looking
Sally.
for, but there are a number of law enforcement vehicles at that scene, and they do not appear to be leaving anytime soon. NBC Bay Area's Jocelyn Moran is closely following this latest turn of events. What have you learned so far, Jocelyn?
Jess, Audrey, we have been.
But y'all know what hurts me, that they went in there and got elderly lady out of her house. And why y'all pick somebody young? Why y'all pick Miss Nancy, the sweetest little lady, or did y'all just target her house? She ain't just moved there, she been there. Have this person ever been to Miss Nancy's house before? Have they scoped Miss Nancy's house before? I just feel sorry for Miss Nancy. This beautiful, nice little elderly lady was minding her business in her bed like most people are now. Yeah, that's what we said earlier. Been saying for the longest too, Sally.
closely all night as we
I do
reach nearly
think so
2
too.
weeks since Nancy Guthrie was last seen. Video just into our newsroom shows several law enforcement vehicles on a street just minutes away from Nancy Guthrie's home. Officials have confirmed this scene is related to the Guthrie investigation. There's also a large media presence in this area too. Our NBC team is there watching what's going on and waiting for answers. We were expecting a statement from the Pima County Sheriff's Department tonight, but they just said no additional information is currently available. We also know the FBI is involved. The FBI has provided new details about the suspect seen in those chilling surveillance videos from the porch of Nancy
Let's see,
Guthrie's.
can I find something? Hold on. I'm surprised TMZ, I just woke up. And I'm surprised TMZ hasn't come in here and said anything different. Let me see. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go right here. That worked. So-called kidnap. Let me see what you said. Hold on for a minute. Let me see. You said, hold on. Have they actually confirmed Nancy is... They haven't said nothing about Miss Nancy. They hasn't. That I just hope she all right. They never said anything. What worse, the so-called kidnapper is telling T. That is, you know what, some mess. Look, this just don't make no sense. Thank you, Cheesecake. This is what doesn't make sense to me is why is this person have sent TMZ 3 notes and it's from the same person. Yeah, I just can they just tell us that she's okay? The people who I want to hear from the people who they detaining, and like how they detain Carlos, and when they detained Carlos, they let Carlos go, but they kept Carlos close. Poor Miss Nancy. Hold on, y'all. I got this.
The Nancy Guthrie home in Tucson, Arizona. 3 people are detained, we understand. They are being questioned in relation to the disappearance of Savannah Guthrie's mother. Joining us now live from the scene in Tucson, Arizona, Fox News correspondent Max.
Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Can I see the person? They have on all white. And then they never said that the person tried to use her credit card. They just said the credit card expired. Then the Range Rover began to no, yeah, I saw that. But you talking about one of the Range? Oh yeah, I seen them remove one of the trucks. Exactly, you tell me they can't track IP addresses, right? From the kidnappers. We talking about TMZ. Where they could find that, yes. Do everything but can't find the kidnapper. And they kind of nice to the kidnapper. I know you're supposed to kind of weigh in, on their side. But after now, look, y'all, I noticed something though. I noticed something. From Carterverse. That's the dude is... You talking about the guy who they think about letting go, the one who they said that shot his family? Good morning, Miss Caldwell. I'm trying to say Carterverse. Let me see. Y'all, this person here in the car with a nice white hoodie on. Sure. Oh yeah, I was saying that you noticed that they went and detained 3 people after they found that DNA, who that DNA belongs to. Why would you leave? Why is this person so clumsy? Is it a group, a team of young people who's supposed to be at school, in college, or something? Play that. Okay. Hold on, let me play it back. Okay. Okay, let me go here.
So late Friday night, authorities descended on a home less than 2 miles from the Nancy Guthrie home in Tucson, Arizona. 3 people are detained, we understand. They are being questioned in relation to the disappearance.
Yeah. Okay. Let me take that back. Let me take that back some again. There was the Range Rover was told. Yeah, I got to find out. You talking about a different car? Talking about a Range Rover told recently? Cause I ain't heard nothing about that. But let me go back and see. Cause he did stumble. I'm about to take it back now again for me. They could track it though, the IP address, if they weren't using a public access computer and they were using a loop network. It's so many. Whoever put those networks out there where they can, all these different apps and network and stuff like that, y'all. I mean, we just not safe in our home using our own electronics. About an hour ago. Okay, I'm gonna look it up because I'm gonna look that up too, Nick.
So late Friday night, authorities descended on a home less than 2 miles from the Nancy Guthrie home in Tucson, Arizona. 3 people are detained, we understand. They are being questioned in relation to the disappearance.
Let me tell you something. This dude right here, he's been in this news business for years. And I guarantee he has never stumbled over his words like he just did. And that was a good point of song, man. I ain't think about that. See how you paid attention to that and we didn't? I understand it's a lie. He never stumbled like that. You right. And so this dude right here seemed like a older man hand. Is this an older guy? I hope y'all ain't gonna pull no more old people. Look, y'all. Look at his hand. He's not a young guy. Wow.
Of Savannah Guthrie's mother.
I look like an old man. I hope they ain't went in nobody elderly house, somebody else old, and then mess with them, and they got the wrong one.
Joining us now live from the scene in Tucson, Arizona, Fox News correspondent Max.
Okay,
Gordon.
yeah,
What's the latest?
43, okay.
Hey there, John. Well, it's been a very active night here in the Tucson area for law enforcement. A lot of developments in the Nancy Guthrie case. Let's get you up to speed. So this all started for us. We first heard wind of this at around 8:30 p.m. local time. That's when we were getting some rumors that there's some law enforcement activity very close to Nancy Guthrie's house. We drove on over here. It was only about a 5-minute drive, about 2 miles driving, and that's where we saw a very heavy law enforcement presence. That's where we later learned 3 people were detained, 2 males, and then 1 woman who is the mother of one of those 2 males detained at a house.
One of them is the mother of the 2 males. Well, we already know that it's male and females in this organization. It seemed like it's more than them. Maybe somebody would talk. And then too, they could be the anonymous people who know TMZ, but I don't think it'll be that easy though.
House in this neighborhood. This is a very upscale neighborhood. A lot of these homes listed on Zillow for more than $1 million. And since we've been here, over the past couple of hours, we've seen a lot of vehicles, law enforcement vehicles, going through this barricade. You can see behind me 2 SWAT team.
They brought the SWAT team, boy.
The scene, and then several unmarked vehicles, potentially.
Yeah, that dude look like he
going on in a whole convoy of them, really, as investigators.
Yeah, that dude look like he 40 or 50 years old. Possible heart condition, judge in front of swollen hand. Yeah.
come through a house, we believe, in this neighborhood. It's unclear at this point if those 3 individuals that were detained lived in that home. It's also unclear if these individuals that were detained are actually suspects. Now, there is a second scene of interest. It's unclear if this second scene of interest is tied to the Nancy Guthrie case, but law enforcement, local law enforcement, as well as FBI agents have been on the scene of this second scene where a car was stopped in a Culver's fast food.
Oh, yeah, something wrong with his hand. Oh, his hand's swollen. He may be a diabetic. We don't know anything. This can be. Oh, my God. Look at how swollen his hand is. This look like somebody, mama and dad. You know what? Think about it, y'all. Around in that neighborhood where Miss Nancy lived, those people, retired people who don't work before, elderly people's around there, they ain't just moving that neighborhood. They been in that neighborhood. You see, working man, that's what I'm thinking. And his hand look like it. Oh my God. Hope he can be okay. If they treat these people nice, if you treat these people nice, they'll talk to you. They'll tell you. That don't have to be that. That don't have to be that person they talking about. You right. Yeah, I hope he okay too, cause that doesn't mean since they detained him doesn't mean he been arrested. So they detained him like they did Carlos.
Evidence tape was wrapped in evidence tape. 1 individual was detained in that instance, and this Range Rover, the silver or gray Range Rover, had its license plates covered, and it was then put on a flatbed and towed out of that parking lot.
What? This is what you saying, Nick? Oh, BB, we trying to help find this young lady now. Let's not do that. Come on now, that's. Please, y'all, if y'all don't want to be here for Miss Nancy, you don't have to be here. Go on to other people's station. To maintain. Let me see. Here go the Corday. I saw your page. I saw you. You very smart.
It's unclear if this second scene of interest is tied to the Nancy Guthrie case, but law enforcement, local law enforcement, as well as FBI agents have been on the scene of this second scene where a car was stopped in a Culver's fast food parking lot.
Oh my gosh.
Evidence tape was wrapped in evidence tape.
Andy.
1 individual was detained in that instance, and this Range Rover, the silver or gray Range Rover, had its license plates covered, and it was then put on a flatbed and towed out of that parking lot. This is all based off of what our photographer.
But y'all, how long? Let me ask y'all something. If you think about it, how long that Range Rover been sitting there? They get a lead from someone, somebody talking. We appreciate that. Wow. How long has that? How long has this? It seemed like y'all. I'm just a suspicious person. It's all of this evidence showing up. Who been holding? It seems like they've been holding this information, holding the information about the DNA in the house, like they holding it. Somebody holding it, sitting on information within the facility where they working at. The cop took a thumbprint. That's okay. The public, I don't think that. That's why they came to us. That's why what her name Savannah said she need our help. I'm gonna stay on it. I'm not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere.
Was saying so. A second scene of interest. Again, unclear if that second scene is tied to the Nancy Guthrie investigation. This scene behind us here, this home here in this neighborhood in the Catalina foothills, it has been confirmed tied to the Nancy Guthrie investigation. So in total, we've had 4 individuals detained this evening. Again, unclear if any of these individuals are suspects in this case. Law enforcement has released very few details. Earlier in the evening, it appeared that the Pima County Sheriff's Department was going to release a statement to us. And then several hours later, they said that essentially they just had a law enforcement investigation, operations going on, and that the FBI had asked them to not release further details. So still a lot of questions about what exactly has transpired this evening, how all this relates to the Nancy Guthrie case. Again, everyone just hoping that Nancy Guthrie is still alive, but at this hour, many, many questions remain. Back to you.
All right, thanks very much. Max Gordon reporting live there from Tucson. Let's turn now to Fox News contributor.
I'm trying to read y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me read. I want to read the text messages that y'all put in the chat. It's where he was glad they find them with ease. What the cup funded it bad. Okay, the cops are not going to disclose a lot. Right, they're not going to disclose a lot of information. That's why I appreciate you all. You know, your thinking, your critical thinking. I love the thinking track you all on. It is weird. I've been saying that from the beginning. It's weird. This would be a movie, in a Netflix movie. AMC. Right. Don't think it's not going to be a movie.
Reader Ted Williams, he's a former D.C. homicide detective, also a defense attorney, joining us on the phone now. Ted, we just heard from Max that they are not saying there in Tucson whether this Range Rover that was seized from the Culver's parking lot is related to the Nancy Guthrie investigation. However, everybody who was there, or a good number of the people who were there, are wearing FBI jackets. I can't imagine that the FBI is looking into too many other.
You know what? Y'all making some great points. Y'all so smart, and keep being smart. Don't let nobody distract your thinking. Okay, y'all keep y'all thinking going. Y'all I like how y'all thinking outside the box. Thank you, Sally, and get your little Thank you so much. I like y'all thinking. Cause trust me, y'all, I woke up and I just woke up one too long ago. I said, well, let me check on Miss Nancy. I tried to check on Nancy's case, and something just draw my attention when he said anti-govern. What did he just say? Let me take that back a little bit. Why y'all had to put Miss Nancy in it though? Why they couldn't pick nobody young? Why they messing with the older people? I feel bad for Savannah. Yes. Gosh. If this Savannah post, why? Savannah, we praying for your family, baby. We trust me.
Whether this Range Rover that was seized from the Culver's parking lot is related to the Nancy Guthrie investigation. However, everybody who was there, or a good number of the people who were there, are wearing FBI jackets. I can't imagine that the FBI is looking into too many other crimes in the Tucson area right now. It would seem that Range Rover may have something to do with the Guthrie case.
Right.
Absolutely. I have to believe that this case...
But see, Mike, they came in and said that it's not no one kin to the family. They said it's no kin to the family. They said it wasn't their son-in-law. Hey, Carol!
Guthrie going missing is the number one priority on
Joe's
all law
enforcement. Who is Joe's, Rudgeon? Who is Joe's?
And you heard our last
That's the second time.
About the questions.
They never asked for ransom.
The questions that I have for this investigation, I'd like to just share that with you if I could.
Please.
I'm hoping, first of all, that there's a press conference tomorrow and that they will clear up a great deal of information that the public should be given. For instance,
oh,
this.
I don't even want to talk about him. I don't even want to talk about Joe's Biden. Because I don't want to talk about Biden because Biden didn't even do this right. No way. But I don't want to bring his name up right now because we got a lot other things we need to worry about, y'all. We need to worry about China. We need to worry about, are we safe in our home with these electronics? We got to be careful. And then why you laughing? Let's go, Brandon. She's not.
We don't know, John.
They did.
It's really what was the motive.
Right,
we know that an 84.
You right, cause you know what, Bass. You haven't heard anything about a ransom. You heard now? Well, you know, lately. And what is wrong with this older guy?
Woman that has medical illnesses was taken from her home. We don't know really if it was for a ransom, meaning that someone was asking for money. We know that
Mikey.
2 alleged notes, one sent to KOLD, a television station, and one sent also to TMZ. These 2 notes were asking for money, but we don't know the authenticity of those notes. This is information that has not been shared with us. We don't know if any ransom has been paid to anyone. These are very much question marks. John,
now, the question mark that I have is, why did they choose Miss Nancy for all of this here stuff? Why they targeted Miss Nancy? Was she targeted? Was it someone staying there? The Range Rover is nice and very expensive. Wow. These people knew she was alone. They had to know. It was Aura Bella, I believe. I don't know who that is. Is there anyone in the chat from Tucson, Arizona? Tucson, Arizona. Happy Valentine's Day to you too, Carrot. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. And all your single people who single like me. and those who whip someone. Because I'm on, again, why kidnappers will hopefully, wait a minute, why kidnappers will call TMZ. We've been saying that for the longest. I'm just hoping they weren't using her for doing my body parts. Right, listen. Like, so get them, Karen. We talked about that earlier.
Normally, when someone breaks into a home, they break in for several different reasons. To commit a burglary, perhaps a robbery, or a kidnapping.
Right.
If it is, in fact, a kidnapping, normally within a reasonable period
Listen to what he said, y'all. He just said what we just said. He just said what we said. Somebody just breaking your house like that for nothing. Why they targeted Miss Savannah home? Is it because she was an elderly lady there by herself? Or did somebody know? Did somebody knock on her door? Did anybody help her at her house? Did any kind of work there? Yes, I know. I can't stay nowhere like that. But listen to what he said. If anybody break in your house, they try to rob you. They don't want you. They want to rob you. They want to kidnap you. A ransom. Not a ransom, but yeah. Listen to what he says.
Around a while. Normally, when someone breaks into a home, they break in for several different reasons. To commit a burglary.
But you know what? We already said. We said that earlier, Mickey, that Mexico. We brought Mexico in our last live. Because it's knocking on the door right next to Mexico. Because we was talking about the note that was sent to TMZ. Why would they send a note to him? That's the third time that they sent that note. Now this time they asking for the $50,000. and they're not going to spend the money. They're going to let the money sit there until they get the person who in the lead or of this organization. No, I don't believe that person who sent this information to TMZ. I don't. Wow. Well, Miss 84-year-old woman should be standing at that home by herself like that, y'all. And when people know that you are standing home by yourself, this not the first time they know that she was there by herself.
One breaks into a home, they break in for several different reasons: to commit a burglary, perhaps a robbery, or kidnapping. If it is in fact a kidnapping, normally within a reasonable period of time, the kidnappers will communicate with the family or law enforcement where they are going and what they want.
Right.
None of that has occurred, as we know from the public.
So we know it wasn't a robbery. It was a kidnapper. They kidnapped her. Okay, so if they kidnap her, they know that she's an expensive person. She's a target. They want her. They've been watching her. And they them seen Savannah. To me, they know them. They seen these people before, y'all. I had something. Wow. Oh my God. You know what? Man, I'm saying, I keep been calling you saying sound man. Look, that made sense. Who received that, who ordered that? Ordered something to be dropped out at the house. And what did they order? Yeah, y'all, I don't see how y'all trust. Y'all, when somebody, you have to have good neighbors that can tell you that you have a package on the porch. And my neighbor told me one time when I go over there and get a package out the porch. You really have to be careful with that. Yeah, the pizza guy. Not that pizza guy on somebody, Carlos said maybe he have delivered over there. I don't think that an 84-year-old woman would have ordered something. Not Miss Nancy. I think it's somebody else ordered it. Who else? Somebody. If they got DNA, somebody been in that house.
Right. I think that.
But if it was an Amazon order, I don't think Miss Nancy ordered it. Really, I don't. Because if they did order, it's nothing wrong with her credit card. They use a credit card, y'all. So it's nothing wrong with her credit card. They were saying that the credit card has expired. And we know when our credit card expired, it still works.
Enforcement there are asking for the public's help. They need to share as much information as they possibly can. Now, granted, they can't share everything, and we don't want to know everything.
Right.
But was there a kidnapping for money, or is something else going on here that we are not cognizant of?
It seemed like something else going on here, because in her ex, they need to check that ex-husband out too. They really need to look back into him too. I'll go back to Savannah and her coming back to Tucson interview. She had interviewed that have they found where she lived. Seen in Africa too. Wow, it could have been. Wow, I never thought about that. Always, okay. Wow, y'all. It seemed like they don't want to hurt they really don't want Miss Nancy. But they know who Savannah is. They seem like they don't know Y'all be surprised who people know.
Yeah, and it's been said from the get-go that because those ransom demands came in, quite a few hours and I think even days after Nancy
So let me
disappeared.
ask you something, Nick. Is it safe in that neighborhood where Miss Nancy is? And another thing too, y'all, these people don't stay too far from Miss Nancy, who they detain.
That it's quite possible it was just some opportunist who thought maybe he could make some quick Bitcoin by paying ransom demands, and might have absolutely nothing to do with her actual disappearance.
Yeah, see, like you said, random people don't know she lived there. You got a lot of people in the neighborhood don't know Miss Nancy. It's a lot of people don't know her. But I guarantee you somebody been watching her. Oh wow, that's something to think about, some man. What was she wearing, y'all? What was Miss Nancy wearing when she would sleep? When they came and got her. Wow, high class area. Houses are spread out by an acre. Right, wow. And see, and this here reminds me of, but it's weird though. It turned out to be a kidnapping. Why did it turn out to be a kidnapping, y'all? That take us back. Rich ladies' lounge clothes. What kind? I mean, what? What was she wearing? Yellow? Was she wearing red? What how was her shoes? Were they being nice to Miss? Were they being nice to Miss Nancy? They had to know that she was on. She had that heart monitor, which she don't really need, but that'll let that doctor know something that it been disconnected. But I'm saying though, I think they was kind of nice to her. I said to who has a psychic ability to the scene. Wait, today, and she got an overwhelming sense of peace, like the lady. Wow, and then you know what, Arbor? Let me tell you, 5, 6, 7. When Savannah showed us that on her Instagram, when she was saying she was thanking all of us. She said she was thanking, sending love and everything, and then she sent prayers. Thank y'all for sending prayers to my mom. But she seemed like she know that Miss Nancy is allegedly gone, but she don't want to say it to y'all because if she said, then it won't be no kidnapping situation to us. And then she showed a video of her and her sister and her mom. They were old videos. So she grieving at the same time when they trying to find the kidnapper. Yeah, nationally, right. I don't know where them church members at. Oh, she went to church virtually. That's something to think about. They did say she was trying to get, you know what, y'all? Oh, wow. Oh, look, a church member, no. Now know who she is too. Oh, so she went to church from the house. That means that, how much money was she sending? Somebody is controlled of the account money. Then what got me, I remember watching news. Hold up, watching news. They offered $50K, right, for her return, right? But the kidnapper is calling TMZ and want more money. I don't understand that part. And the people who took the policy out don't have to prove relationship. What? To a deceased. They said she didn't show up. What is inside your other two? Yeah, but we know she may be deceased, but we saying though, even though just saying that she's deceased, it's not giving up on her investigation. I would never give up on her investigation. Now it's 100,000. Yeah, he won $100,000. He being greedy now.
Release a statement to us, and then several hours later, they said that essentially they just had a law enforcement investigation, operations going on, and that the FBI had asked them to not release further details. So still a lot of questions about what exactly has transpired this evening, how all this relates to the Nancy Guthrie case. Again, everyone just hoping that Nancy Guthrie is still alive, but at this hour, many questions remain. Back to you.
All right, thanks very much. Max Gordon reporting live there from Tucson.
This is so
Let's turn now to
crazy.
Fox News contributor Ted Williams. He's a former D.C. homicide detective, also a defense attorney, joining us on the phone now. Ted, we just heard from Max that they are not saying there in Tucson whether this Range Rover that was seized from the Culver's parking lot is related to the Nancy Guthrie investigation. However, everybody who was there, or a good number of the people who were there, are wearing FBI
You know
jackets.
what this is telling me, this whole investigation is telling me, is to say to the people who think that they move far away from people and they got the best neighborhood, it can always happen in your neighborhood. Never think that your neighborhood not too good to be broken into. Okay, let me see, can I find it?
That the FBI is looking into too
Hold
many
on,
other
you said
crimes
breaking news
in
just
the
came in
Tucson area
again.
right now. It would seem.
Hold on. It's another breaking news just came in. Yeah, I saw that. Shoot, on days before family reported her missing. See, that's what I'm saying. God, I did it. Okay. No, she wasn't. You said another breaking news come in. Let me find out who that is. I want to play him one more time, Carlos, one more time. The court for a crime I didn't commit.
Discover your new Nissan right now at Mike Resi Nissan Atlanta.
How long, y'all? I want to take y'all back to here for a minute.
36 months.
Sure do. Hold on, y'all. I want to take it back to our first detained person. And the reason why I brought it to him, because I think we're going to be in a situation where the other people may be released, just like Carlos was. So, yeah. Yeah, how do we know she is real or not? How do we know how long Miss Nancy been gone? Are they using Miss Nancy name for political, for politics? I mean, it don't sound right to me, y'all. They could take over someone's phone. Right, they got the woman's phone too. They got this man's phone and then released that man's phone back to him, y'all. And he hasn't did anything. So why did they keep his phone?
Fácil, como por unas... El carro de Marrana me andaba siguiendo ya desde temprano.
I'm about to look it up.
Estacionado ahí arriba y luego anda un taco gris pasando por ahí.
Did you notice that they were following you since earlier in the day?
No, la cop car de Marrana fue el que miré cuando estábamos para aquel lado de Penalty.
But did you sense that someone was following you? Yes.
Sí, por eso me orillé.
How long was the interrogation? How long were you there with them?
From 4 to 12.
And then inside the house, you said they threw you to the ground?
Not me. No, not me.
¿Piensas tomar acciones legales contra ellos?
Con favor de Dios, porque la neta estoy...
So you're saying that you're gonna proceed with the lawsuit or something?
If I can.
Any other items from inside the house taken?
No, just your phone. Yeah, just my phone. They gave everything back. They just took my phone.
Oh no.
Que lo resuelvan y que ya me aclaren mi nombre, la verdad, porque yo siento que todavía no me aclaran.
So can you say that in English? What do you want from law
Clear my
enforcement?
name. That's all I want.
And when it comes to your mother-in-law, how is she doing? Was that her that was also her property was searched?
Yeah, this is her property. I live here. That's why I'm coming out right now. So you guys need to know, you know what I mean?
¿Tú crees que alguien les dijo que eras tú el
Sí,
sospechoso?
es lo que me dijeron, que tuvieron un tipo anónimo.
Carlos, were you
Also,
trying-
You know what? I'm trying to think if someone, anonymous person, turned Carlos in. What reason did they turn Carlos in? Why did they tell the FBI that go check Carlos out? It's because Carlos and the people that they are attacking don't agree with what they are doing. So let's keep an eye on the first detainee, and then we're gonna see if they're gonna release the other detainee. That's letting us know that they are targeting people who don't want to have nothing to do with them. Let me see what y'all saying. Ice gonna get him. Somebody gonna go to this outside. You ain't kidding. Now let me see, what did is it 3725? Hold on, 3725 say. What did 3725 say? What is this? Okay, y'all. Let's listen to what he's saying. He's speaking. They speaking in English too. He speak English too. Okay, let me see. Can I put capture up there for y'all?
I'm not that stupid.
¿Por cuánto tiempo te siguieron o qué?
Fácil, como por unas... El carro de Marrana me andaba siguiendo ya desde temprano. Y estaba un troque blanco estacionado ahí arriba. Y luego andaba un atajo gris pasando por ahí.
Did you notice that they were
Right,
following
Sarah.
earlier in the day?
No, el cop car de Marrana fue el que miré cuando andábamos para aquel lado de Penalty.
But did you sense that someone was following you? Yes.
Sí, por eso me orillé.
How
That's why I pulled over.
long was the interrogation? How long were you there with them?
From 4 to 12.
And then inside the house, you said they threw you to the ground?
Not me. No, not me.
¿Piensas tomar acciones legales contra ellos?
Con favor de Dios, porque la neta estoy...
So you're saying that you're gonna proceed with the lawsuit or something?
If I can.
Any other items from inside the house taken?
No, just your phone. Yeah, just my phone. They gave everything back. They just took my phone.
¿Esperas este caso?
Que lo resuelvan y que ya me aclaren mi nombre, la verdad, porque yo siento que todavía no me aclaran.
So can you say that in English? What do you want from law
Clear my
enforcement?
name. That's all I want.
And when it comes to your mother-in-law, how
He said what he want. Hold on. He said what he want. They told him to speak English. Let me see what he said. She told him to speak English. They asked him what do he want. Let me see what he said.
one from law
Clear my
enforcement?
name. That's all I want.
And when it comes to your
What he want?
mother-in-law, how is she doing? Was that her that was also her property was searched?
Yeah, this is her property. I live here. That's why I'm coming out right now. So
What
you
he
guys need
said.
to know, you know what I mean?
¿Tú crees que alguien les dijo que eras tú
He
el
gonna file a lawsuit on them. Then he gonna be in trouble.
Carlos, were you
Oh, someone called and tipped them about you.
¿Cómo te sientes?
Carlos, were you frightened? ¿Cómo me voy a sentir? ¿Cómo se sintiera usted? ¿Cómo se sintiera usted? How would you guys feel?
Hoy vas a ir a trabajar.
No puedo. ¿Cómo voy a ir a trabajar? Me quitaron el teléfono.
They didn't read you your rights for 2 hours? Did they hurt you when they handcuffed you?
Well, right now it's not that bad, but yeah, yesterday they did that right there. This was swollen, but that's it. Not much.
God.
And did they tell you why they pulled you over? Did they tell you?
Not at the beginning until the FBI got there, like 2 hours. And, they told me like you're being detained, and all of a sudden the FBI pulled out the Miranda rights, and he read me Miranda rights, and that's when I asked, so I'm being arrested. They're like, no, we're just reading your Miranda rights, so we can ask you some questions. What kind of questions? It's about a kidnapping. What the fuck? I didn't kidnap no one.
Just imagine that you got kids and you see somebody arrest your father and you crying and everything. Oh no, not my dad. Not my dad. And your dad is an innocent man. And then they asked him questions and stuff. They didn't even apologize to him, and they threw him back out there without his cell phone. He got tattooed on his wrist like the guy on the camera. I don't know. I ain't even see no tattoo on the guy. The guy on the camera, I ain't see no tattoo on him.
They asked my name and all that, but all of a sudden I felt like they were trying to incriminate me in something I didn't do, so I just did.
Did they say they're coming back or anything?
No.
¿Te gustaría que te dieran una disculpa?
La verdad.
Right, Capture. You can't see no tattoo on that guy's hand. You know what, Capture? I never been the type to tell people their opinion is, doesn't matter. So I just let them talk. He has a sleeve. Yeah, you can't see that man tattoo. This guy's.
I didn't know anything.
There's an 84-year-old woman missing up in the Tucson area. There had to have maybe been something they told you as to how they got to you. How did they get to the Rio Rico
area? An anonymous tip. That's what they said.
Oh, they thought you looked like that person in the
That's
video?
what they told my mother-in-law.
Okay.
They showed her a video.
The suspect.
Yeah, because they said that my eyes and my eyelashes looked the same.
They told his mother-in-law that his eyes and his eyelashes look like the Wow, this don't make no sense.
Not break the back windows of your truck?
No, they did not.
But they did search it?
Yeah, they searched my truck and this one.
And what were you doing? Do you just solely work for that one company?
Yes, sir.
¿Tú has visto el video del sospechoso? ¿Tú crees que te pareces a él?
No, nada. Se parece a usted.
Y'all. Only thing I can say about Carlos, why is he so comfortable talking to the media? Why is that he's so comfortable talking to these people that got him on the news? This guy ain't got nothing to do with this. It wasn't because he innocent. Yeah, that dude right there innocent. Man, it wouldn't be that easy to get that dude right there. Come on now. Yeah, it'll be easy. I mean to say, I said not easy, but come on. It ain't gonna be that easy to find the kidnapper if they was sending Ransom note and sending notes to TMZ and asking for bitcoins. Come on. He better be careful about suing the government too.
Dejaron en el carro como por 4 o 5 horas. No, a mí me detuvieron ahí, nunca me llevaron a ninguna parte. Ahí me tenían nomás moviéndome de carro a carro.
¿Con tu familia adentro?
No, mi familia estaba en ese carro, yo estaba en el carro de Moran. Y luego ya llegó el Plymouth County Sheriff, ya me movieron al Plymouth County Sheriff.
So you were never taken into...
Yeah, he be in jail.
The only interrogation was inside a car. Can you say that, like they never took me inside?
They never took me anywhere, they just kept me inside of the police car, that's it.
You said from the hours of 4 to 12?
No, yeah, 4 to 12.
Did they apologize? Yeah. Did they apologize?
No.
Did they say you're clear?
Yeah, they just said I'm cleared, but they never apologized.
¿Algún mensaje que tengas para la familia Guthrie?
Ojalá que la encuentren, que esté bien y que agarren a sospechosos.
Oh, I know the reason why they may keep his phone. It's because y'all got to remember, he was a delivery person, deliver food to people's house. So that means that a DoorDash, that's what we call it here. So he could, his phone, they had to speak to him that through message, and plus, he may know who signed the work, who the food was delivered to. Could download, write everything on his phone. His phone can help them a little bit. Yeah, they gonna keep your phone. They're gonna buy the way. Did y'all buy me? I wouldn't want y'all to buy me a phone. I go buy my own phone.
Hope they find
Right.
they catch the guy that did it.
Yeah, his phone tell us who ordered that food.
Obviously now that it's been everywhere. following this nationally. How are you feeling about just going back in public after this?
I don't mind it. I didn't do anything.
Right.
¿Puedes mostrar una vez más dónde te lastimaron?
Oh yeah, Mickey. That dash cam. Oh, he really could be our hero, y'all. The reason why the FBI is coming up with so much, we think that's right. They can use his dash cam. You never know, no, you never know. We're not gonna doubt nothing in this case. We're gonna everything makes sense. Everything.
Entonces, si llevan tu teléfono y sabes si se van a contactar contigo en algún momento.
Me dejaron un papel nomás, pero...
Yeah, they detained him, but they let him go, but they kept his phone because his phone got a lot of information to deal with the person who ordered that food. When did they order that food? What date they ordered that food? And he could have seen the person who was at the house, who came out to get the food. So yeah, he's a great. His phone could be kind of doing something too, helping out.
¿Puedes mostrar ese papel?
No.
Bueno.
We all confused, Michelle. Just calm down.
Gracias, Carlos.
Yeah.
This is a...
Okay, so let me see. What else I can find? Let me see. Have they said anything new, y'all, with TMZ? That was 6 hours ago. About the third letter. Okay, we did that. Nothing new. Let's see. Let's go here.
A glove was found within.
I know, Rocky.
As well, and it's obviously been sent to.
You know what I mean?
For DNA. But Ed,
I mean, we looking for her.
Activity even been
See,
going
that's
on
why.
in a sense?
Hold on. Let me see what they're saying right here. See, you like, hold on, y'all. Let me look at these chat. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. That's important to me, too. Hold on.
Is an ambulance
Hold on, y'all.
going to pick Nancy up? Calls to friends, calls to family, saying, hope.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see what they're saying in the chat. Let me go back to the person who said, beef food. Let me see. Hold on. The beef food, he said. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to read some. I can't find that no more. Let me see. I can't find. Oh. They delete that message. I'm trying to see what they said. Hold on, y'all. Let me come back down, y'all. He definitely innocent. Yeah, dude, innocent. So he wasn't a Fed ex-driver. Fool. Rocky. What do that mean? What do FOOT mean? Y'all coming in my chat. Y'all tell us, talk to us, and tell us, because we over here we share. Your opinion is very important. Tell us what you're saying when you said what be foo means. Tell us. Don't just talk around the bush. If the people fit their gear, delivered through Walmart. Oh man, Mickey. Right. I don't say that no. No, why you say that? Why you say that? You have to remember that this is very, very serious. We know it's serious. They have to check everything. You're right, Selena. He does not. Well, to me, his eyes doesn't. His head is big like the dude, but not his eyes to me. I just feel so bad for. I do too, Michelle. Yeah, you're right, Michelle. even look at his image. Well, we're gonna see with the people that they let's look at this right quick, yeah.
Fully, we've got her. She's okay. It would also be the fact that they would stay there or have people remain in custody. Arrest the person and arraign them. That would be an interesting sign. As the guest before said, if it's more interesting about if you're looking for people than a place, because all the evidence points to people. It's not so far pointing to a place.
So and right now we don't know that.
See,
even for sure that people have been arrested at all.
We don't.
Right.
There's nothing. I have heard nothing that we can confirm that that any.
see, my thing is they trying to distract us from the family, and I know the husband is a teacher and everything. He was in a band, but you got to realize that when you tell people what's going on in your house, you got people so comfortable about telling people everything about them. They're comfortable about giving them their credit card and do this and that. Yeah, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray for her. I have hope that she's still alive. I can't be the one to say I don't have hope. I just got to keep everything alive.
Even investigatively detained. I can tell you from being
right,
SWAT,
Michelle.
when we went into
The
a house
Mexican
to
did it.
secure it,
I think so too, Jason.
was hooked up and sat down and detained for the safety of everybody.
The other big headline of the day was that there was DNA in Nancy
Right.
Guthrie's house that's not Nancy Guthrie's and not her kids.
Yes.
So this is somebody else that they don't believe was familiar with Nancy Guthrie.
My thing is, Miss Nancy, what I don't understand is Miss Nancy could get them anything they want. She had the money. She has the money. Hey, Sassy. PE. I'm a retired physical education and a retired track coach. I seen and heard a lot of things. And you know what I like about this case right here? They are not saying that it is a gang unit. They are not blaming it on the gang unit. I also wonder if she had good health insurance. See, we spoke about that. Who that said something about the health insurance, Rick? We already mentioned that. Why was she alone? I don't understand that. Yeah, I work with, I even took kids that y'all didn't like, the school, the principal didn't like, nobody didn't like, and gave them opportunity to train them who wore ankle brace, with a monitor on their ankle. Yeah, but this right here, I just don't understand how they know so much about Miss Nancy. How do they know so much about Miss Nancy?
That's big information. Again, that could end up being a dry hole, but it has.
And Miss Nancy name hasn't came up. Nancy name hasn't came up. She just told her that she appreciate the work that we're doing. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I'm gonna treat myself today, y'all. I'm gonna buy me some crab legs. No sense at all, right? It's hard to believe no cameras is one with. They got a lot of information from the cameras, Rick. We haven't had a crazy story like this. Thank you, Mickey. Think about it. Thank you. Investigate the whole family and check the desert. Right, Angela. I got me 3 pounds of seized chocolate. What? Michelle, you don't need all that chocolate. Saying to you, thank y'all. I want me some crab legs. I'm gonna buy me some today.
the makings of a real good clue. So what you have to do is identify that and
Michelle, don't eat all that candy.
forensics.
But you can freeze your candy though. But why city dislocated? See, what city?
So if
okay, if y'all haven't been following this story, I would say that people who have not been following this story, just go back on my page and look at the story. We cannot sit here and just tell y'all everything over and over and over again. That means that you're not interested in this case, because we like in 2 weeks now, 2 weeks and a half. That they say she had a heart monitor earlier on. Angela, you need to go on my channel and check out my videos. Go on my channel and check out the videos. You can find out everything.
the person that we're ultimately looking for has never had a DNA sample submitted to law enforcement, it means nothing except that you can get this familial DNA and start tracking it through 23andMe and all those other types.
So if this person was arrested or had a criminal background, they most likely would be in a DNA databank, right?
It depends on the state where they were arrested and what they were arrested for. If they
this
were
is
arrested
crazy.
for a sexual crime, yeah, they'd be in there.
Okay, anybody from Tucson, let me ask you something. Have the ICE people came through there? Have the ICE people been through there? No. No, they been found the gloves. They found DNA on the gloves that they found in the house. So you kind of late. Oh, wow. Wow, Sally.
And that, hypothetically, they get the DNA, they make a quick match.
We know that you late. That's old news about the gloves on the ground.
Criminal submission, and boom.
You late, we further down the road.
That's the home run that you're hoping for, right? But
They found a lot of gloves because it's a lot of work around there. Of course, they're gonna those gloves that that person was wearing is like a disposable glove. Y'all, the leadership is so corrupt. See, it's time to vote on something. They probably getting ready to vote for a new sheriff for the town. Why Miss Nancy? That's what y'all got to ask yourself. Or did they take Miss Nancy not knowing that Miss Nancy? My thing is, if they kidnapped Miss Nancy and they didn't know nothing about Miss Nancy, this case wouldn't even go this far. The glove they found was her to check. Yeah, somebody could use her vitals gloves, Michelle. They can use electric gloves. They can be using, this is weird. I don't like to be thinking it's hard. But I'm not going to give up on Miss Nancy.
All of a sudden, but
you hear the chime, boom,
right, and then it's
you never hear that.
You end the episode and it's on to the next. It's
Oh, loud, my battery.
We continue to follow live pictures, residential.
Hold up, y'all, my battery. So what I'm going to do, y'all, I'm going to come back. I got to charge my phone up, and I like talking to y'all. I love y'all. I'll be back.